Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is John again from Volkswagen Planet. And you ever just sit in your driver's side seat and just think about, I guess, how when you do a restoration, your first intentions start out one way, but then when you start getting involved with the vehicle and the project, your thought and I guess you could say your desires have possibly changed. Well, that's where I'm at right now in the 1972 Super Beetle, also known as the Project Street Beater. And the situation with this is when I originally got this car, or even when I first started this series, this was going to be a strictly O.E.M type car. And I'm still debating to do that, but I still want to do, either add a couple of my personal touches or even do some things that I could change without having to do major body modifications and stuff like that. Well, that's all fine and dandy until I came to the, I guess you could say, the something I've always wanted to do, and I think it's a really, really good car, so I'm really kind of at a crossroads right now on what to do. And the situation, the topic is, what do I do about the doors? And the topic about the doors is, if you guys remember the way I was talking about this car when I first got this, it was a complete parts car, and I've been putting it back together. And the last owner who bought the last person who owned this car took all the door mechanisms and everything out of it to put in his 356 Porsche kit car. So what I was thinking about doing, and this goes completely against everything about a O.E.M job, is I was thinking about putting one-piece windows in the car. And I know from just watching people's series and everything else is, once you remove this, I think there's a pin up here, and you knock that pin out, or there's a rivet or something like that, that once you do this job, you can't go back. So the question is I've got a set of doors I've had for years over there. They're in really good shape, no rust, and they're all complete. Door mechanisms, lock mechanisms, and everything. Really good shape, not a drop of rust underneath the doors and the frames. So the question is would you make, or when I send this car to the body shop, do I paint an extra set of doors, or do I just go ahead and leave the two-piece factory O.E.M windows, or go to the one-piece window? Now, some people are saying, oh, well, the Super Beetle never came with a one-piece window. But if you guys remember, when you go back to when the Bugs first came out, the Bug actually was a one-piece. There was not a wing window on the original Bugs, when the ovals or the splits, I'm not sure which one it was, but that was a one-piece window back in the day. So, do I send an extra set of doors to the body shop, or do I just leave it stock, or leave it, or do I just go ahead and do the windows? These are the original doors. Of course, those are O.E.M doors, but they're not for this original car. And what made me think about this topic was, and I'm still up in the air about this, even though this is something really simple and something small, but again, this goes back to this topic, at hand. If you make these fenders smooth, they were available like that, where you could get the turn signals into the bumpers. Now, I am going to run bumpers in this car, so I don't know if I want to keep these or if I want to put these in a bumper. I like them both ways, but it goes back to the topic about the doors. If you take this off, do you have another set of painted fenders to go with the car? So if you go ahead and do all this stuff, you might as well have a whole entire another car to offset all this extra fenders and body modifications. This car is almost a sin or a shame to cut up when you look how clean this car is. But then again, do you say, like Duckman Cycles and VW Garage says, it's my car, and it's my money and it's my everything. But I really don't feel like that in this situation, because how often do you see a 72 Super Beetle in this good a shape? That is the original paint. I am an OE guy, and I'm just having a really hard time, I guess, coming to deal with, or I don't know, I guess I'm in the fork in the road. Is, do I take a car that's in decent shape, a really good shape, and put my custom touches on it, or do I let the car go back to O.E.M and what I originally wanted to do with this thing? So like, subscribe, comment, thumbs up, thumbs down. Please comment below on what you guys think about my situation, about the doors, the fenders, the one-piece windows, and everything. I really appreciate your comments and your opinions. And as always, guys, we appreciate your support, appreciate your comments, and just give you guys a reminder, don't forget to enter into the Wolfsburg West $25 gift certificate giveaway. And if you want to enter to the contest, excuse me, guys, I had a really hard time sleeping last night, but enter your name, subscribe to this channel, enter your name below, the type of car you have, and what you'd spend the $25 on, and we'll get you entered in that competition, the contest, I mean. The contest will be drawn, I think it's a Saturday, December 1st, so make sure you guys get all your information down below. If you haven't entered, it still gives you guys a little bit more time to get in. The last time I counted, I think it was, I think we're up to 15 or 17 people, so you still got some time to enter. You guys have a good one, and we'll catch you on the next video. As always, God bless you guys.